This is how long I used to stand over the ball for, thinking of the 1,000,001 technique-based swing thoughts when I should be thinking of the target. The whole time that anxiety is just building up, which just creates tension. It means I can't move properly.
Yeah, have you thought of taking your time over the shot?
Well, it's funny you say that, because actually I'm trying to play like an element of speed golf.
Oh right, okay.
Because when we're playing golf, like one of the biggest issues we have is time.
Yeah,
we have too much of it.
Yeah.
So when you speed golf, you run up to the ball and you hit it.
Yeah.
There's something I think that we could put into our golf.
So I started looking into some evidence around the limited clubs idea. Speed golf popped up straight away. And the more I looked into it, the more I realised there was elements in speed golf that I think we could use in our own game. Those guys don't have time to stand over the ball, they just react to the target and they're just hitting their shot. So I'm trying to play quite a lot quicker than I normally would. The other key element is the fact that they don't have time to look for their ball, so they don't hit any shots that they feel that's going to get themselves into any trouble. Found the chipping element a bit of a struggle on this concept. It took a little bit of time to kind of get my confidence with it. So I've mentioned this is how we play every other sport. We see it, we feel it, we play it, we react to the target, and that's exactly what I'm trying to do here. But it's something we've done since the dawn of time. I mean, we used to throw spears to catch our food, and if we weren't successful, well, we would never have survived. Have you never questioned why you can throw your keys across the room to a friend and they'll go roughly the right distance pretty much every time? Or you threw a piece of rubbish into a bin and it will go pretty much in the bin or near the bin without any effort? If you don't believe me, just give it a go right now. It's pretty much all down to the fact that we have a dominant eye which is responsible for our depth of perception, our aim. I mean, it's what we've been using for years, as I've already mentioned, and the more and more you kind of use it and embrace it, the better and more accurate it gets. So, just like a muscle. So that last chip really gave me some confidence. Started to pick my point just in front of the ball and then just make my swing straight over the top of that. With the feel that I had for the shot that I was seeing, and things started to get pretty good from here. So I actually embraced this concept in putting a long time ago, once I understood that pace was more important than line. So I just kind of saw roughly what I thought the putt was going to do, and then just let my subconscious and my feelings take over and just putt it. This isn't the longest course by any stretch of the imagination, but it is pretty tight. So making sure that you're playing shots that are going to keep yourself out of danger is critical. So even though I'm going with fairway wood here, I knew I could afford to push it out to the right with no real issues. So blocked out a bit by the tree. This would be a classic example of someone would walk out and try and play some kind of hero shot from here. With this strategy, it was just simply just get the ball up near the green and deal with it from there. I'm trying to think of my shots as birdie, par or bogey shots. They're just shots, and I just try and play the easiest version of that shot I can think of in that given situation, in that exact moment in time. As soon as you start to think of the result, that moves your brain into thinking into essentially the future. You're not thinking of the present anymore. That will also breed anxiety and tension as well. This is why taking a free kick or a free throw in basketball or any static shot is different. It's because of the situation. That changes everything. Short little par 3, but danger everywhere. So all I've done here is made sure the centre of where I'm aiming is in the middle of all the danger. That doesn't necessarily mean you're aiming for even the middle of the green. It means you're aiming for the middle of the safest part you can aim at. That way if you push it right or left, you're still going to be okay. Fully embracing this walk up and hit it mentality now. So those two nice gents you saw at the beginning let me play through at this point. So standing on a tee here with a club in my hand that I've got confidence in, and I know that this is not really going to get me any trouble, is absolutely liberating.
Only not as good.
Cheers.
Yeah, have you thought of taking your time over the shot? Yeah.
The more we get into just hitting the ball at a target,
Yeah.
our brains and our bodies will take over.
I don't know about my brain.
I did, that was a brilliant shot.
I think the body's
Thank
a
you
bit
very much.
suspect now as well. Yeah, lovely shot.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
It just means I can put a free and easy swing on it with none of this tension involved I keep talking about. I mean, one of my favourite quotes from Bob Rotella is a cocky swing attached to a conservative attitude will always give you the best results. That's exactly what this concept is making me do. I'm simply seeing it, feeling it and playing it. Yet we're on the driving range, we just rake over balls and we just hit them. And you know what, we hit them pretty well. But yet, why have we never tried to play golf like that? You must have a clear picture in your mind of actually what you want the ball to do. So your brain knows how to process your body parts to do what they need to do to make that happen. I mean, one of my favourite quotes from Butch Harmon is, if you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. Although most people's point of aim is usually the ball. So as long as you've made contact with it, well done, you've hit your target. That's why, I'm sure by now you've all come across my mate Robin and his no-look shot. That's why it's so effective, is because your brain is actually not on hitting the ball. It's actually swinging through to the target and the ball just gets in the way. So this is my first 3-putt of the day, considering I'm paying literally no attention to the line or my stroke. I'm just walking up and hitting it. But the first putt was quite long and just didn't get it close enough to the hole. 150 yard par 3 now with a huge backstop at the back of the green, two-tier green this is. And I don't know if you ever stood over a shot that just really suited your eye. And what that means is that you can really feel what you need to do and how to play the shot. And usually when that happens, results like this happen. It's because your brain can really understand exactly what you need to do to achieve that result. That's where that feeling comes from. It's referred to as sort of the zone, where we're just operating purely on a subconscious level, and our bodies are just doing exactly what our brains and our eyes can see. Now, you're never going to get into that state if you're thinking of specific body movements. You have to be completely target focused to be able to get there. Okay, last hole, par 5, longish hole, hitting a bit of a cut round the tree here, just looking to get it in play. No ego, no heroics, just want to get this up there now, so I've got a wedge in my hand and a shot at the green.